we're back from Crescent. So I thought I'd film this actually because it's a beautiful sunny day here in the K of the U, the UK, and I thought I'd take my opportunity to work outside. Although it's probably going to get really hot and I'll have to go inside. But anyway, so I'm just going to squirt the bike off. The important bit that you want to see, I just stepped on a brush, is in there. So that is the Öhlins shock, has been fitted by the wonderful people at Crescent Yamaha, which saves me a lot of hassle, which is great. So I'm going to give her a clean off. There was a load of chain lube and stuff down in here. I've just used the degreaser to get in there and finished it off with the jet wash. I know lots of people are like, oh, you don't want to jet wash your bike. Oh, you don't want to jet wash your bike. Well, each to their own. That's how I do it. There's quite a lot of stuff that needs to go on now. I need to finish putting the rest of the rear sets on. I need to put the GB Racing covers on. I need to fit the brake lines. So that's another thing that Crescent have done. They have removed all of the ABS cabling and lines that travel all inside here, and the pump, which I'll show you in a second, which was under here, and fitted the ABS emulator. I've got the GYTR lines, so I should just be able to put those on there. I've got an Öhlins steering damper to replace this one, if I can see it, down in there. I've got some Samco hoses. Most importantly, a 44 teeth reservoir sock. Available in the shop now. And then hopefully later in the week, or maybe next week, the forks will be turning up. So there's quite a lot to do, and it would have been great to be able to go to a track, test the standard suspension, then put the then put the expensive stuff in and do all that. But honestly, unless you've got tens of thousands of pounds and a load of manpower, it's just really difficult to do that. So the next place we will probably see this is at Mugello. I've just had confirmation this morning that I'm invited on the Yamaha racing experience in Mugello, which is amazing because I just came back from the Mugello GP. So that's what we're going to get this ready for. Hopefully there will be some Öhlins technicians and people that know what they're doing. The plan is put the good suspension in it, and then they can help set it up, and we can talk you through what bit does what. That's the plan anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to squirt her off. And I'll plunge in my bucket. There's a plunge in my bucket. And get her all soapy. A soapy tit wank. Right, so first thing, I'm going to do an oil change. This is the best in the business. 300V, Motul. This is the shizzle. I'll just film it pissing out all over my hand because I can't do this with two hands. Okay, bye. I want to do it carefully so I can see if there's any swarf. I think these have got a magnetic sump. I wish this fucking thing would focus. Ooh. Looks pretty good, to be fair. So I'll just wait for this all to drain out. Right, the mutilated filter is off. That was an absolute bastard. So yeah, let's get on with the other bits. I'm going to put this other rear set on and then try and deal with the complication of the other side. But now the ABS has been removed, it might be a bit easier. Okay, bye. Right, well, that's the standard one off. Super easy. And just lining up the new one. A lot of people use Loctite on these bolts. I don't like Loctite, and there wasn't any on the standard bolts that just came out of this. So I'm not going to put any on. So before everyone goes, oh, you need to put Loctite on it. That's what I do. So you can put them on if you want. It's up to you. You can put Loctite on, but I'm not going to. Right, well, that was the easiest and probably sexiest job of the day. It's on. I just need to try and negotiate the other side now, but I'll do that in a minute when I sit around there. Now, the next thing I need to do, there was a bit of a boo-boo. Was it a boo-boo on circuit? It could have been a boo-boo. Where we removed this sprocket guard, all the tubes and stuff, the carriers, it can get a bit chewy in there. So I'm going to pop this back on. I noticed the top rack bikes, they've actually cut out the centre of this cover. So it looks pretty cool. So all of those sort of like ribs have been cut out and it looked pretty good, but I don't know if I can be bothered to do that just yet. So it's going to go back on for safety. Right, filter on, sump plug back in, and fresh 300V going in that hole. I don't know if I'll be able to film this properly because hang on, because it's impossible. Well, it's in. Look at that beautiful flow green freshness. Right, well, let's move over to this side now then. Overly complicated rear set, let's do it. Okay, so I thought I could do this without the instructions, but I can't. But that one's off, and that looks quite nice. I'm not going to lie, that was an absolute pain in the dick. It must have taken me at least an hour, I think, to do this side and figure it out. After doing that classic thing of putting it together and then realising you haven't taken a stupid washer out of here and you've got to take it apart and do it all again. But it's looking pretty good. And yeah, looking forward to trying them out. Although one annoying thing is that this is the brake light switch, which is not, it doesn't appear to be compatible with this setup. So I think we're gonna have to, if we want to ride it on the road, we'll have to get a like a hydraulic switch on the actual ding dong. Right, well, I think I'm going to call it a day at that. I have sort of lined up the brake lines to go on, but where this master cylinder, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, you probably can't see in there. I'm not entirely sure that the standard master cylinder will take those lines, just because of the way the top banjo bolt sits in there. Next week, I think the Costa Corta master cylinder is coming, so I may as well just wait to that. And also next week the forks are going to arrive, so there's a whole load of front end work. I've got to put the hoses on, the Samcos, so I will probably leave it where it is and then strip out the fairing and stuff to make it just a bit easier to get to, particularly the steering damper and stuff like that under there. It's a bit of a pain in the what's-it. But yeah, quite a productive afternoon. So I'll catch you in a bit. Oh, and also what might turn up is a Arrow half system exhaust, so that might be quite nice. So I'll leave you with this, and yeah, I'll see you in a week or so for the next installment, which will probably be right after this in this video, because I don't think this video is very long. Alright, thanks, bye. Okay, we're inside now, a couple of days later, but what I have done is fitted the GB Racing covers. Actually a nice, simple, quite friendly job to do. And now we're going to deal with this exhaust. So what I might do is just fire it up for a second so we can hear now, and then what we're going to put on is this Arrow slip-on and link pipe. Now, because we want to do some UK track days, and the UK noise police are absolute, I can't say the word I want to say, but what we've gone for is a longer muffler to help decibel levels on a UK day. So, and there is a baffle with this as well. So we'll just see if we can put this on. I'm sure we'll encounter some problems, but I think we basically, I know it's dark down here, but we'd have to remove this big heavy cap. Let's crack on. I'll try my best to film this, but it's probably this is just going to be a quick update video, I think, of all the little bits that I've done, because yeah, it's really difficult to film on my own, and Al's lazy. So, all right, bye. Okay, noise test. Let's give it a go. And that's about all you're getting, so I don't gas myself. Right, tinware off, and I'm just going to try and get the these O2 sensors off. I don't know. So I'm going to go. Oh yeah, nice. I always worry about these because they can be an absolute pain in the dick. Okay, got the big wang off. I mean, that is very heavy. I don't know, I'm going to weigh it. I'll try and weigh it somehow. But it's heavy, very heavy. I mean, I'm going to guess 10 to 12 kilos probably. And that is nowhere near 10 kilos. So just that alone should be good. Now we've got a big gaper. I've ordered a carbon belly pan from Conquest Carbon, or Conquest Racing now, so that should be here in the next couple of weeks to hide that big hole. Yeah. Right, good. Goody. Come on, you dick. Yeah, she is on. I didn't see any instructions in the box, so I've kind of winged it. but I think we're okay. I just need to put the O2 sensors in, and there is a little bracket there which I need a nut for, so I'm gonna have to just find one. But it's looking pretty good, and the weight saving is amazing. Also, I've got to try and remove these exhaust valve cables. So I don't know where they go up to, but I'll have to fish under the tank for those. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to pull this baffle out and then I'm going to turn it on so you can hear the difference. Okay, bye. Okay, you probably can't hear me. The microphone's pointing the other way, but the arrow is now on. I've tightened up some bits down there. O2 sensors are in. And yeah, let's turn it on. Let's go for it. Naughty. That sounds nice. That's about right for, it's not too offensive, so UK track days should be okay, fingers crossed, but if worse comes to worse, ich habe einen Baffel. How are we doing? So I was waiting for Al to come over and help me fit some more parts to this because a load's just arrived, but he's decided to disappear off to Glastonbury to get baptised by some kind of hippie fluid. So instead, you're stuck with me again, I'm afraid. But we have got a nice selection of parts, like. I'll quickly run through what we've got. I don't know what's going to go on and what's not for Mugello, but yeah, my expertise is somewhat limited, so let's see where we get to. So let's jump into it. So we've got in here a Brembo. This is, again, all from the GYTR parts catalogue. So this is a Brembo Costa Corta, or Costa Corta, I think Costa Coffee, Corsa Corta, Corta Corsa master cylinder. Oh, and look, I've even noticed that it's even got the GYTR logo on the handle. I guess that's where your extra money goes. So that's in there. It didn't come with a reservoir pot kit, so hopefully the standard stock one will fit on there. Now these are delicieux. So these are the HPK discs. They're full floaters, naturally. Even these have got a nice GYTR logo on. So these are the Brembo HPKs. I think these are 5mm. I think the standard one is maybe 4.5, not sure. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, discs to go on. These are obviously heavier, but I think we're going to go from a poorly performing brake bike to now, with these bits, a really decent performing brake bike. So that's that. Pretty easy to fit. The discs, certainly. Master cylinder. I've got the GYTR lines. Where are they? Somewhere. Oh, while I'm here, I'll just show you this is all the ABS. Look at it. Look at it. It's mad. And the pump as well. It's there's a lot of crap there. Got a new screen here. That's just a sticker, but that's a nice tall screen. I need to go to a 520 chain pitch. Samco hoses are here. Shock is already on. What's in there? Been in there. Oh, this is quite cool. So this is the rear. This is what Paul Denning advised us to get. This is the rear caliper underslung kit. Again, nice little GYTR touches on there. Olin steering damper in there. You're going to love this. Most of you are complaining about the, why don't you put the take mirrors off and put the number plate thing on? That's there. Oh, here's the line kit. GYTR front line kit. I need to take these cables off. This is for the exhaust valve. And I think they run up into there. So that needs to be removed. Hopefully it's not going to throw any issues or anything. I'll probably get rid of this gubbins as well and just get a little bit of piping. It's what the cool kids do. And handlebars, yes, we've got handlebars. So much stuff. It's unbearably cool. So we've got the clip-ons as well. So that's going to go nice on there. and give us a bit more leverage and be able to adjust and fiddle. And of course the main event is in this box, which are the Öhlins forks, which am I going to open there? Let me just shuffle. These puppies are the dog's danglies. You can get the new gas pressured GYTR fork, but they're £6,000. So I think these are about 2,500, which, you know, it's a lot of money. They are, let's not kid anyone. These things are very expensive. You know, you can buy an entire second-hand, pretty decent motorcycle for the same money of these forks. So let's not fool anyone. These are pricey. But yeah, those need to go to Crescent or JHS because they've got light springs in, I think. I don't know what's in there. It'll probably tell me somewhere in the box. So that's what we've got to go on. I've ordered a carbon belly pan to hide this. I hate it when you get rid of the cat and you've just got this big gap here. So that's coming from Conquest Racing. I've got a tank cover coming from Conquest Racing, so that's going to give us a bit more stability in here, and just a Ponzi seat cowl because I don't like looking at the plastic bit, the pillion seat. Oh, one last other quick thing. These are fork bump stops because when the new longer handlebars are on, they dent the tank. So these mount down on the frame here and they'll protect the fork, the bars and the tank. Whew. Nice. Well, Daddy's trying to work on a motorbike. Yeah, I just thought I'd sort of film this for posterity. Al is still off his face in Glasgow, so it's down to me to try and put some stuff together. I've put on the Öhlins steering damper, if you can see that in there, which was a bit of a pain. I've got the mirror blanking plates. I've taken out the servo, which operates the exhaust flap in there. The tail end's done now. Yeah, this is the little Öhlins plug, which you need to plug in, otherwise the bike has a bit of a upset tummy. So yeah, this is all in aid of changing the handlebars and putting the GYTR bars on. But annoyingly, the standard bar, like this whole system, I can't, hang on, let me just put this in my pocket. It's an electronic throttle, so this whole lump comes as one. If you want to replace it and put like a quick action throttle on it, as far as I know, you then have to put a race ECU on it, and we're not quite there yet, really, for that sort of stuff. So it's a little bit annoying. So now we're going to have to use the standard switchgear and the standard throttle sensor, basically, and yeah, put up with it. And also I've got to try and drill a little hole because there's a little mounting point on this standard one there. So I'm going to have to drill a tiny little hole to seat it, otherwise it won't go. And I don't know, I mean, this looks pretty sturdy stuff, so I don't know how I'm going to do that, but anyway, it's getting there. I mean, it looks like an absolute dog's dinner right now, but we're almost there. And actually, I'm kind of enjoying doing this myself. I could have easily taken it to Crescent or James and gone, just put all this stuff on, but now I know quite a lot more about this bike. Like, every day is a learning day for me on this. So next time, if I am out in Spain and something happens or whatever, I can go, oh, actually, hang on, I've taken this off before. It's not actually that difficult, or I know what to expect. So yeah, it's all good, I think. I just need to get it into a state where when I come in tomorrow, I don't go, oh my God, where did I put all those bolts? Okay, that's a bit better. Bars are on. This is all just, I've just roughly put this together. It's not like it's the final. I'm just sort of offering it up, I think is the right phrase. So master cylinder is going to go on there. This is a very awkward system because also, if I want the bars out wide, which I do, there's a lot of tension on these wires now. So yeah, we might have to sooner than thought go onto a race ECU, a race loom, which does obviously mean a race ECU. So let's see what we can get away with. Right, I'm going to put the forks in, but while I'm here and I've taken the brake calipers off, I'm giving them a clean. And I just wanted to show you, I may have mentioned this about the Z04 pads and the residue it leaves behind. You'll probably see that better now. So that all this crust is really quite hard on here. This bike's only done 1,000 miles, so I thought I'd just take the pot out and give it a good old scrub, because it's quite difficult to get to when you're in the caliper. Okay, all right, thanks guys. Great one. Bit of a comparison there. One leg is in. We've got a leg in. It's looking pretty good. And it was actually pretty simple compared to everything else so far. I shouldn't say stuff like that because it's probably going to be a nightmare. And I think these might be slightly taller, these forks, than the standard ones, but I'm still going to flatten them off up here in the yoke so we're more reclined at the front to aid with braking stability. And as if by magic, we're all in. Calipers have been cleaned and refreshed. They are on. Pads are good. Forks are in. Mudguard is on. ABS sensor thing. Well, it's a speed sensor actually. It needs it for the to work out some sort of technical calibration shit. We're getting there, and I'm actually loving sort of working on this bike and figuring out how things go, because the more you work on your own bike, the less scared you're going to be when something happens at a track day or when you're out riding it and you don't know what to do. So the more you do yourself, the better. I mean, I'm going to get this checked over by Crescent or James at JHS just to make sure I haven't done anything completely stupid. So we're going to stick with the stock calipers for now, and the stock master cylinder, and the stock discs, and see how that goes. And then next phase, upgrade those bits. So this is like a super stock setup, if you like. Right, oh, and that bodywork, I've taken the bodywork off because it's going to get a little bit of titivation for the Magello round. So yeah. All right, mate, bye. Right, we're here. We're back at AdSigns. He doesn't know I'm here. Well, he probably does, but he doesn't know I'm rolling. Rolling with the Omis. Hello, mates. All right. Look at this. Wow, that actually looks really good.
Oh, well, thank you.
No, as in the colours we sort of went for.
Yeah, it's pretty similar, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a slight darker than the original.
I mean, it's more jazzy than the original SP, but it's decent. Oh, you've even gone for the little gold one. Look at that. Oh, mate, that looks wicked.
Yeah.
Wow. And I think it looks really good with the black, actually. Another freebie, eh?
Yeah.
No, wicked. This looks really cool, man. It's a pretty reasonable solution to if you want to just upgrade your bike and you don't want to spend $2,000 getting a full-on paint job.
Quick wrap and a bit of graphics.
A quick wrap and a rub, and off you go. So if you want that kind of activity, be sure to check out AdSigns. I'll put a link in the description for his Insta, and you can come down and get your bike fettled. Right, well, I'm going to go home and put these on now. Cheers, buddy.
No worries, mate.
Thank you, mate.
No worries.
Looky. Wow. So, this is the temporary stage, and the panels are on. They look amazing. We're all sort of back together, and it's looking great. I've just managed to confirm that tomorrow morning I'm taking the bike down to Crescent again. They're going to look over it. We're going to do the fork springs. We're going to do any of the other bits I haven't managed to do myself. Yeah, it's looking pretty damn cool. I know it's dark in here, but I think I'll show you. I think I will show you a reveal in the next video. So this is sort of just a hint, really, because the lighting in here isn't fantastic, but it does look really, really cool. I love the mix of, this is the original matte black, and this is like a sort of satiny, bluey purple. It's pretty, ruddy, bloody, sexy. I can't wait to ride it. Okay, all right. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. I also, if this video's been a bit boring, I know some people really like this stuff and other people just don't care. So thank you if you're still here watching at the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, next time let's get some riding action. All right, cheers guys, bye.